Last day.
Last days in the office. So
Are you going to miss the corridors? Big
definitely
time.
I'm going to miss the journey from walking
Everything.
from downstairs and coming up here.
Same, bro.
Trying to hold it in.
Bye. It's been nice
That it has
being here. It's been wonderful. Until next time, if there will ever be. Hi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Rebecca Kazingachile, and I identify as a creative, a multi-potentialite, and a social activist. Welcome to the Lead Squad, where we do nothing but light up the world, honey, and help you regain your confidence. Please make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. Click that notification button so that you know when I upload something new. And yeah, you can also share with your networks. And if you're a returning subscriber, I see you, bestie. Thank you so much for sticking around. Thank you for always supporting your girl. So if you personally know me or you follow me on any of my social media platforms, if you don't, guys, let's follow each other on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. My handle is Rebecca Kasangachile on all social media platforms. So yeah, if you know me or you follow me, I'm sure you are aware that I recently finished my internship program with the Malawi government. So I was doing an internship, a 12-month internship under the Ministry of Labor, the current program that recruits people for a 1-year-long internship. So people are placed in different ministries and departments to gain experience. And yeah, I was one of the people doing the program, and I was working with the Department of Disaster Management Affairs. And I recently completed the program. My contract came to an end, I think about a month ago, because that's when this video was supposed to be done, a month ago. But guys, creating, filming content, editing, it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work. So yeah, I just wanted to share my experience during this internship program, things I've learned, things I've observed, and yeah, what's next? I mean, what is life after this internship? Because I remember ndikutanzika kuti to my previous bosses that bosses and colleagues that my internship is coming to an end, so this is my last week. I usually got those nemuzirani kind of questions. Have you found a job yet? So yeah, I think I just want to talk about what I've been up to, more like a life update. Yeah, so please stay tuned. Cheers, let's get to it. My internship with the department was really good. I honestly can't complain. I really enjoyed my time there, and it was really amazing. I was working as the economic planning intern, which is so exciting. I mean, I'm a planner, I'm an event planner, and now I get to work as an economic planning intern. So I was usually in charge of planning things, planning meetings, making budgets, and oh my gosh, a lot of things. And that was just some good learning experience. I get to learn a lot of things that, okay, even just having knowledge of what the national budget is, I think these are some of the things that we just take for granted. I mean, how many of you here know what the current national budget is? You see? So there are things that people don't really pay attention to, but because I was in that space, now it got me interested to know, to be alert of what's going on in the country, what is the national budget, and the budget allocation for our ministry and other ministries, just getting to learn some of those things, the trainings that we attended, a lot of exciting things. And we usually deal with people who have been hit with disasters, and there've been a lot of natural disasters that have been going on for the past years. And just to be a part of a rescue team, helping people, it's just been one of my, I was here, I lived, I loved kind of moment. So it was really exciting, and I love traveling. Yeah, I love traveling locally, internationally, but the job really helped me to know places. I went to a lot of districts, and it was such an adventure, a very good one, like truly. And I think being an intern made things a bit easier, I can say, because I had much of a flexible schedule. Some of the things that I usually think to myself that I wouldn't be able to do if, say, I was employed somewhere. So I keep saying that I feel like my life turning out this way is everything working out for my good. Because there are times where I could get other opportunities, like I got an opportunity to go at a conference in Ethiopia around October last year, 2023, and I stayed there for like about 2 weeks, and I asked my boss, she was okay with it, but also I feel like it was because I was an intern, there wasn't much to do, It's different that I'm an employee somewhere. Those are some of the things that you don't have such flexibility to just do things, okay? And I remember in January also, I was meant to travel to Nigeria, even though my trip failed last minute. And when I had asked my boss, she was actually quite okay with it. So I feel like those were some of the advantages, I don't know, but yeah, advantages of my previous internship, that I really did have flexible schedules. Sometimes I had time even for my business, so I could also a bit grow my business in a way. So it was really good. It was such an amazing experience. I learned a lot. Like when I say a lot, I mean it, because this was the second time that I was doing this internship at the department. The first time I was doing the internship was when I was in second year, so we were just on holiday. So it was about a month or two holiday. So we had just gone there for attachments. So they were really being easy on us. But this time around, it was you are in the industry and you really have to you really have to learn, because they are trying to prepare you for the next job that's coming for you. And if maybe there's an opening, they need to be sure that you can actually do the work. So this time around it was a bit more serious, and I really liked my supervisors. Very nice and amazing people. Shout out. I think I also wanted to address this, that if you have a proper job, like you're not actively job searching, please resist the urge to ask people, are you applying? Mwina so chizungu chukumveka bwino. Koma mungulembera. Oh guys, it's so irritating and it's so annoying, okay? Because right now times are crazy, it's really crazy out there. When you're actively searching, I'm sure you can relate. But if you have a job, you feel like things are okay, you feel like it's not that deep, but it's so painful and it's so annoying, because people are really applying, people are really putting in the work, and people are really trying. So sometimes when someone is complaining to you about not finding the job or not being called for interviews, sometimes the best you could do is maybe listen, and if you can, maybe just sympathize with them, because sometimes all they want to do is just let it out. but not like ask questions that, are you applying? I mean, yes, you have to remind them, but you have to understand that they're really, really do applying and they're really, really putting in the work, you know? So yeah, sometimes all you have to do is listen, or maybe ask them, what is it that I can do to make it better? Okay, please guys, please. And there are these questions, or not questions, but maybe suggestions that you tell your friend, start a business, you know? I think we have to normalize that it's not everyone who is business minded. It's not everyone who can do business. Some people are just okay with a job, and that's fine with them, you know? And this thing of telling everyone, start a business, do this and do that, it's not helping. As much as it's good advice, because yeah, business is good. Me, myself, I love business so much, you know? But now, all of business, where are you even going to get the capital, you know? So it's just a lot. Ish, crazy times. Very, very crazy times, you know? And like, if you have money, share them. This is not a joke, guys. I'm very serious. Like, one thing I noticed when I was actively job searching is that I could feel my unemployment, the high levels of unemployment in my life when I'm broke, you know? That's when you feel it deep. Midlife crisis, because you just start questioning life. Is life worth it? Is life worth living? You see your friends, they're waking up every day, they're going to work. You see your friends, they're buying all these sorts of things, going to places and all that. Koma ukangokhala kuti uli ndi drama, or lokhala kuti you don't have a job, you're just like, ish, when the job wants me to find me. Because you have money, you have yourself on a Tuesday going on dates, going on road trips, going on vacations, and you don't even feel that you're jobless. It doesn't hit then. And to the bosses, give young people opportunities. Give young people opportunities to shine. Give them platforms to grow, learn. You know, I always find it weird to find directors, very, very big people, you know, to be facilitating or moderating a meeting. I mean, that's just the bare minimum, the most basic things, you know. You can give such roles to interns, let them learn, grow, you know, experience that. Because I'm sure for you to get to that director level, you've passed through all these phases, you know, and you can't still be doing that. I mean, let other people do it, let young people do it, okay? There are some big roles reserved for you, you know, not facilitating a meeting, Come on now. Come on, please. We can do better. To the interns out there, one of the advices that I would give is that first, you need to be committed. You don't have to say because you're an intern, then you just miss work when it pleases you, late for work and all that. It's not nice, it's not good. It doesn't portray a good image, you know. So make sure you show up, make sure you are committed to the work, and do not compromise on your work. If there's one thing that I really hate, guys, is compromising on your work. No, it's not good. So if you've been given a task to do, make sure you do it to the best of your knowledge. Do not compromise on your work, please. And also, always ask questions, as many questions as you can ask. Allow yourself to be vulnerable to knowing things, you know. Don't take it lightly that, or maybe because I'm an intern, then, you know, because one thing that I'm going to tell you guys is that in these offices, interns, they will put you in your place. They will put you in your place. You will not understand that, zonadi. Ineo dindine ndani, dine intern. But don't take such things to heart, you know. Be open-minded about it. Be open-minded. Be willing to learn. Always ask questions where you don't understand. Put yourself in the spotlights, you know. Ideo as an advocate, owning the spotlight, I'm right here telling you that in those spaces that you're involved in, always make sure you on the spotlights. So yeah, ask questions, make sure you volunteer sometimes. If maybe your boss is tied up, has a lot of meetings to attend, you can volunteer yourself that, can I go to the other meeting on your behalf? And make sure when you are sent to that meeting, always make sure you deliver. You deliver the content. Also, just because your boss is not there and you are sent there, basiru just vibes. No, make sure you deliver, so that, because that's how they trust you, you know. Always stay professional, guys. Stay professional. Make sure you always have boundaries at work, you know. Be professional, do your thing, go to work, do your thing. Avoid talking about your personal life, because then other people take advantage of that, you know. They would ask you personal questions, worst akufuna kukudola ngama, you know. And maybe other bosses would even fail to give you work because they have this thingy thinking, Kudi, she's very childish, so maybe they cannot be able to handle this type of work and all that. So yeah, be professional, stay professional. To job seekers, keep applying, keep going. It's easier said than done to tell your friend that, you know, keep going. And with the current state of things, it's so easy to give up and thinking, ish, muna refail basi and all that. But I'm here to tell you that keep going. Like, honestly, keep going. For me, giving up has never been an option, guys. I'm not the type who gives up so easily. And the current job that I'm applying, I've been applying for the past 2 years. And this was the third and last time applying for it. It got to a point where I'm sending another application. Then I see that, oh, I already sent an application last year for this program. You get? So when the time is right, God will really make it happen. So do not stop. Keep pushing, keep applying, and I'm always rooting for you. And I also wanted to say that it's good to know what you want. And this comes down to knowing your purpose. I think I did a video in that. You can check it out. And yeah, know your purpose, know what you want, know your interest. Because for me, I honestly believe that you cannot apply for everything. You know, I'm always fascinated with people who keep saying they're just applying for everything, and they're telling you, I applied for 1,000 jobs and got no feedback and nothing, literally. Because, I mean, yes, putting in the pressure is good, but it's not everything that you can apply for. For me, I believe in quality over quantity, you know? Know what is your interest, what is your area of interest. And there are some applications where when you see the requirements, good, okay, this is me. If these people see my CV and my work experience, you see yourself knowing that you qualify 100%, okay? You stand a chance. And there are other applications that they're not really necessarily maybe even in your field, but in the spirit of just applying, you just apply. And then I feel like that's what also keeps people depressed, because now they feel like they're sending in a lot of applications, but maybe they're not getting feedback, or there's like nothing literally happening, you know. So for me, what has worked for me, I believe in quality over quantity. By the time that I was actively job searching, my friends used to shout at me a lot that I'm not applying for jobs and all that. I really wasn't applying that much, but when I find something that sits so well with my soul, something that's in line with the things I like, the things that I do, the things that are of my interest, I would prefer not to sleep as so long as it's done. And Ash, I gave it my all because I'm like, you know what? This is where I belong. This is what I want. So I gave it really, really my all. So let's make sure we know what we want so that it also helps when we're applying for things. This year, I think I only applied for 4 jobs, exchange programs, internships. Yeah, 4 in total. And out of those 4, 2 I got successful. 1 I was called for the first interview, and then I never made it the other interview, and that was actually my first interview, you know. So I was extremely happy and excited to be there, but I was also scared and nervous, so I didn't know how to handle how interviews are supposed to be done, some of the questions that they ask, you know, first time experience. So yeah, so quality over quantity. And some of the tips that I've also learned this year that have really been productive and have helped me a lot is styling your CV, guys. I think previously I could just send the CV that I had. I used to believe that time my CV was the best. Oh my goodness. But I got frustrated that I could send my CV and I wasn't being successful, you know. So I'll tell you what some of the mistakes that I used to do. Like, I have this organization, and I used to write on my CV. one of the first work experiences was that I'm a director at this organization. But now to think of it, think about it. If you're applying for a job somewhere, and then on your CV you're telling them you're a director somewhere, you get? So I think there are just some things that I've got to learn this year, that some of these things apply somewhere but they don't apply somewhere. For example, if I want to apply for a master's program, you know, there are those other scholarships that want you to have the leadership skills on 100. So yeah, those are the things that you can actually put, and they would actually make sense. But you are job searching. You want someone in some company to employ you, and you're telling them you're a director somewhere. It didn't really add up, you know. So one of the things that I've learned also this year is to tailor my CV to what the organization wants, what the organization is looking for. And I think on the same, it has worked really well for me, because as a multi-potentialite, I'm already involved in a lot of things. So it's so easy for me to tailor this in this way and tailor this in that way. So if say I'm applying to be a programs coordinator somewhere, I need to at least show the time where I worked somewhere with that related role in it, and those are that is the work experience that needs to show. One of the people who have helped me work on my CVs, tailor my CVs, Exto Capital. You guys can check them out. They're really good. They make CVs at only 10,000, so they can really help you work on your CV. Your CV shouldn't be one of the reasons why you don't get that job, okay? There should be maybe other factors, but your CV should not be one of it. The other thing I would like to say is be willing to volunteer, you know? Be active. If you have the time, always volunteer, because these things really do pay off in one way or the other. I've been volunteering most part of my life, from secondary school, uni, and I'm just realizing now that every space that I've gotten myself into, every little organization that I've worked with, I've been able to use that knowledge or that skill in one way or the other as I grow now, because there's so many opportunities out there, a lot of opportunities, and these volunteer spaces, these skills that you gain in there, they will help you in one way or the other. Some things you might not be able to see the impact right now, but in the near future, it is all going to pay off. Literally, I'm 100% guaranteed on that, and I'm telling you out of my personal experience that it's really going to pay off. I can give an example of my current job. So I'm currently a climate justice advocate at my current job. I'll be able to tell you guys about my new job in time. Just make sure you stick around for that long. But yeah, I'll talk about it. But I am a climate justice advocate, and I started my journey a while back. But long time ago, I just used to think maybe it's just all about planting trees. So even were the girls who could always, when the teacher say we're going to plant trees, go green, all that, we went there. But fast forward, when I went to uni, I joined the environmental sustainability clinic, and for me it was just like being in that space, yes, advocating for the environment, but look at where that has taken me. After uni, I started volunteering with Conservation Arts Malawi. I started hosting their TV show, which is also all about the environment, taking care about the environment. And I've been able to apply all these skills, all this experience on my CV of my current job, and all this cemented my CV that, okay, maybe this is one of the candidates that can do the work. And our organization also does things to do with sexual reproductive health. And I remember in one of the interviews, they told us that, okay, as much as you are climate justice advocates, there are some projects that we do here that are concerning this. And we would also like you to just interface with that, get to learn, help out, and do that. So there were some of the questions that dealt with that. And because I have also volunteered in those programs when I was in uni, I volunteered with Youth Arise Network. I volunteered with Little Big Prince. I've been able to apply all this knowledge to this current law. So everything that you do, it's all going to add up. It's all going to, as you go along, you realize that it starts to make sense. It starts to add up. So don't give up. Keep putting in the work. Keep volunteering, and yeah. So yeah, what happens now? Where do we go from here? I mean, those are the questions that I've been getting. So yeah, right now I got a new job. It's an exchange program. So I started on 17th June. This is actually my second month, and oh my goodness, I love doing what I'm doing right now. And I'm so happy to be in this space. I'm currently working with Point of Progress as a SEED participant. SEED is a project called Solidarity Exchange for the Environment and Development. So yeah, I'll be able to talk more about SEED as we go along, and do expect to hear much about it. It's a 1-year program, it's a 1-year contract. But I'm really so excited, and I can't wait to grow, I can't wait to learn, and I can't wait to experience. Oh guys, I love this new job. So yeah, that's currently what I'm doing. I also did the ask me any question type of thing on IG based on the same topic that I'm talking about. Let's get to the questions now and answer these questions. So the first question was, I'm not going to be mentioning the person who asked the question, so I just took note of the questions, and I'll just be randomly answering them. So the first question was, how many perfumes did you spray when going to work? Did you have any spare bottle at the office? It's been a long journey. So I've used quite a lot of perfumes, but I think I'll just show you guys some of which carry a lot of memories along the journey, the ones that were my favorites, yeah. So I think I had this one, Red Door. It's really very good, very nice. And I also used to use this one, Lady Million. Some of these are done. Yeah, but I love to keep stuff. and this one, and of course this one, yeah. So pretty much those are the perfumes that I used to use. I use some of them, and yeah. And did I keep a bottle at the office? Not necessarily keeping a bottle at the office, but I always had one bottle in my bag, you know, emergency. So yeah. The other question is, have you grown, and are you willing to stay in the same line of work, or you wanna explore? I feel like I've really grown, like a lot. As I said, this was my second time interning with the Department of Disaster, but this time around I feel like I gained a lot of knowledge. I learned a lot of things, and I feel like I needed this experience to be where I am today, because the current job that I'm actually doing, I feel like one of the reasons that I qualified for it was because of my past experience with the department, because I had been applying for this program for 2-3 times and I never got any feedback, you know. But this time around I feel like putting my experience working with the department really cemented a lot of things, really cemented my CV, and I needed this experience to learn, to grow. So yeah, I really have grown. Am I willing to stay in the same line of work? Somehow, I feel like this question is in two ways, because personally, I love development work. And if you know me, you know I also like to call myself the light of the world. I love to know that I'm being the light in someone's life, to know that I'm helping, you know. That's what makes me sleep at night. So yeah, working with the Department of Disaster is more of humanitarian work, because we're dealing with beneficiaries, people who were hit with disasters. We're serving the communities. So it's what I already love to do, you know. So yeah, I would still love to be in that line of work. I am still in that line of work, but not necessarily in civil service, you know. Yeah, if that makes sense. If that makes sense. Do I want to explore? Of course I do want to explore. Well, I don't mean to offend anyone, but I feel like I'm too young to be a civil servant. I mean, I'm just 25. I've got a lot of life ahead. I've got a lot of time to be a civil servant, to work with the government. But I feel like this is my time to explore more, to see what other organizations are doing, to see what other people are working on, to be vibrant in these leadership spaces, you know. So I think that's what I want for now. So yeah, I'm still in the development work, but not in the government sector. I'm just exploring other, you know, life opportunities, youth opportunities, because I believe I do not have a lot of time to be a youth, you know. I saw a certain application, and it was one of the eligibility criteria was the age limit. It said youth from like 18 to 27. And that made me think to myself, like, oh, we really don't have that much time as young people, you know. There's gonna be a certain age where we no longer qualify for some opportunities. So for me, I want to apply for those opportunities as much as I can when I'm still eligible, when I do not have any barriers or anything that could hinder me to get those opportunities, so that by the time I no longer identify as youth, my guys, ife on data rani serve my young leaders, you know. So yeah, pretty much that's that. The other question was, where were you interning? I think I've already answered that. I was interning with the Department of Disaster Management Affairs, which is under OPC, Office of the President and Cabinet. Our offices were at Capitol Hill. And I think this was also a flex, you know. I remember someone telling me a story. Kuti galigale ukakazo kuti umagwila komwe kuphila Capitol Hill. Umakha kuti we are a very big deal. So yeah, just maintaining, you know, at least in my lifetime, so it's still a flex. It's something to be proud of. So yeah, that's where I was working. The other question is, do you see yourself being hired there? No, not really, because as I said, it's a government internship, so they were not actively recruiting. But maybe in the long run, I would reconsider working with public service, or specifically Dodma, maybe. And then this question is funny. Someone said, Kunchito wano mamati, and oh wow, yeah, timamati, and tiwageso wabuino tiwangaga. And I think those are some of the things that I really miss. We were drinking tea, wangaga, and you know, some free stuff. Those are just some exciting things. Last week I was printing something. I was applying for something, so I needed to print and scan. And I went to the printing shop, and to hear that to print a page is like 200 kwacha a page, and what I wanted to print was like 9 pages. And I stood there, I'm like, what? And to scan, it's like 300 kwacha per page. And guys, for a moment, I sat there thinking, I think these are some of the things we took for granted. So you could actually, you know, this was a much needed experience to learn the work dynamics, to learn how the public service works. And yeah, I mean, cheers to that.
Damn. Pounce on that shit, damn. Pounce on that shit, damn. Pounce on